Good morning, everybody. It is, wait for it, 4:38. Y'all, I woke up at 12:15 in the throes of anxiety, only me, which, it's not something I talk about a lot on my channel, but I have struggled with having intermittent anxiety for a number of years. And I don't know why. Just that it is. And it's almost always a wake me up type situation where I feel, um, heart pounding, dry mouth. And it's usually something has happened that is significant. So I thought, you know what? I'll just hop on and talk to my friends. Probably nobody up this early. So happy Saturday. I do have a video up. I still have to go watch my own video. Oh my goodness, I've already scratched my my new water bottle. So I wanted to hop on here and talk a little bit about dealing with mental health, dealing with the shorter days of sunlight. And, I think there's always been such a stigma around admitting that you have any kind of issue. Oh, hello, whoever jumped on with mental health and jumped off. um, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's kind of like, well, if you had heart disease, you would take medication for that, or diabetes, you would take medicine for that. So sometimes the biggest hurdle is just saying, okay, well, this is beyond what I can manage on my own. And I'm going to speak with my physician about it, which is exactly what I did. And there are so many good options, y'all, for anxiety that are not narcotic. Um, so you don't have to be like, sluggish. Say hi, whoever jumped on, if you can. So anyway, no, I didn't forget to take my anxiety medicine, but I had a person who was a very dear friend for a number of years that I had lost touch with. And I found out this week that she passed from breast cancer. And she's like 9 months younger than me. And I think not even knowing that she was sick, not having that chance to say goodbye makes a death a lot harder. When someone passes suddenly and you didn't know, that can really make it tough. So I suspect that is my cause of anxiety this morning. I am feeling a lot better. Oh gosh, 4 people on. Welcome to the okay. The printing's like itty bitty because I have to do it on my phone. So one of the things I did want to share with y'all, with us having the shorter daylight, some people are affected with what they call SAD, seasonal affective disorder, because of the shorter sunlight, not getting as much exposure to sunlight. I don't particularly have that problem, but I know they have light therapy for it. And one of the things that my physician said to me, because I'm like, I don't have anxiety anymore, My mom gave me a lot of anxiety. Not her fault, just the situation. And he was like, "Oh, do not go off of your anxiety medicine when we're going into the short days of winter." And I'm like, "Why? I'm not depressed." you know, but he said people have more trouble with any kind of mental health issue, whether you struggle with anxiety or depression. Um, so needless to say, I didn't go off of it, and I'm really glad, because this probably would have been 100 times worse. But y'all, I try not to preach on my channel, but I will share my faith because I'm not ashamed, right? My mother gave me this book. It was gifted to her. It's called Fear Not: Meditations to Overcome Fear, Worry, and Discouragement. And I'm just going to read like a real short little short thing. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about life stress. And I hope y'all will jump in and say something, say good morning, say something. So this meditation says, no matter how small, weak, insignificant, or unimportant you may view yourself, You are important to God. This is what God says, Luke 12:6-7. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 farthings, and not one of them forgotten before God? But even the very hairs of your head are numbered. Fear not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. So I'm sure he knows how many y'all, I still haven't colored my hair. So yeah, just pretend you don't see all that shiny silver stuff. Knowing that my faith will carry me through, knowing that I can always talk to the Lord if I feel this way, has been very, very helpful. Now, I have shared, and I've done a video before about the Dartmouth Life Change Stress Scale. So basically, it's like, I don't know, 2 pages worth of stuff. That's not necessarily good, like loss of a job, money struggles, death in the family. Oh, I lost some people from talking about Jesus. Well, that's all right. And it will give you a score, and it will tell you how likely you are to suffer with an illness based on your stress level. And so when I kind of looked through that this morning, I was like, okay, yeah, that might be why I woke up with anxiety. It's been a long year for, well, I shouldn't say year. My mom passed away June 29th. So, 7 months or something like that. And I still, like, when my friend passed, I was like, oh, I must call my mom. I'm still doing that, y'all. And I don't want to forget my mom. I would just like to not have that fresh grief reaction all the time when I'm like, oh, well, mom already knows all about it. So she was there to greet my friend. So, yeah, what I wanted to tell you all this morning, I guess, was take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. Don't be afraid to reach out to a counselor, to talk to a trusted person in your life. My sister also has very weird sleeping habits. I might have talked to her at like 2:30 this morning. She was up. She was awake too. We always laugh. We look nothing alike, but we always say we do the twin thing, right? But she had a very interesting perspective, and that's what I want to leave you with. She said, stop telling yourself you're crazy because you're still thinking of calling mom 7 months later, because she had just read a study that said it takes up to a year to stop doing those things. And when certain stressful events come up, it can freshen up your grief reaction. So even if somebody passes that you weren't close to or that you hadn't seen in a few years, it kind of can bring all that back up. And I'm like, well, that's wonderful to know. I've got still got, like, I don't know, 6 more months of this or something. But one of the exercises that she does when she has issues is, but what's good about it? And I thought that was so brilliant. So yes, very sadly, my friend passed away at 62 years old. But what's good about it is she's not suffering. What else is good about it? Well, her son was raised up enough, to totally be fine and on his own. So she's not leaving a young child. So what else is good about it? Well, she's not suffering. What else is good? Well, she did pass very peacefully. What else is good? I have a lot of fun memories of things that we did. We worked together, trips that we took. The one and only time I ever had influenza in my life, she and I were traveling and we both got it. So, and oh, we were so miserable. So I just have to replace the, oh, it's so sad with, but what's good about it? So I hope that was helpful. Not a single person talked. Y'all sleeping? I know if you're watching on your TV, I don't want to scroll through and do all those comments. I do have a video already up for Tuesday. I had planned to can. Y'all, I've been struggling with the lupus flare, also part of the stress, and it also gives me anxiety. Yeah, fun. But I didn't fancy up today. I have a lash appointment this morning I'm getting ready to go to, so I just wanted to hop on. I don't know, I thought maybe somebody needs to hear that the Lord knows every hair on your head, and you are valuable and you are important. And I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, guys, we'll talk soon. See ya. Oh,